Naples is a southern Italian city that's famous for its festivals and funiculars, its proximity to Pompeii, its stupendous pizza. The city's been inhabited for 2,500 years, so what better way to celebrate its anniversary than by unveiling a gigantic Easter egg? Of course! The factory that produced this chocolate marvel dates back to the 1800s. It spent 3 weeks on the culinary creation, which features scenes of mythological creatures, famous Neapolitans, and pizza. It weighs more than 770 pounds. Its shell is said to be the size of an 8.5-foot boat filled with dark chocolate by hand. And like a lot of good Easter eggs, it has a surprise inside. But the chocolatier isn't saying what that is. The super colossal sweet is on sale, so you'll have to shell out $13,300 plus risk a historic stomachache to find out what secret the chocolate holds. Welcome to the world from A to Z with Carl Azus. We're thankful to have you watching and hope your week is off to a good start. In the Asian country of South Korea, a snap election less than 2 months from now will determine a new leader for the country. Its former president, Yoon Suk-yeol, was removed from office on Friday. That's when the justices of South Korea's constitutional court ruled unanimously that he'd abused his power and that his presidency was over. The decision came almost 4 months to the day after President Yoon made a surprise decision to declare martial law when the military takes control of a country. He'd been facing controversies and struggling politically to get legislation passed, and Mr. Yoon suggested there were forces in his government that supported rival North Korea and threatened the South's democracy. But a majority of South Korean lawmakers thought his martial law declaration was wrong or outright illegal. They overturned it within hours and impeached the president within weeks. The court's decision last Friday formally removed him from the job. What happens in South Korea has geopolitical significance because the nation has been a close ally of the U.S. America supported the South in the Korean War and maintains a military base there. But China, whose mainland is a couple hundred miles away, has been looking to increase its influence in South Korea. So its upcoming election and new leadership will be watched closely to see which direction the country goes.
Word of knowledge. Who said you miss 100% of the shots you don't take? Michael Jordan, Serena Williams, Tiger Woods, Wayne Gretzky. This quote came from an athlete who's considered one of the best ever to play hockey, Wayne Gretzky.
Gretzky's career National Hockey League record of 894 goals stood from March 29, 1999 until last Friday when Washington Capitals captain Alex Ovechkin tied it. And on Sunday, with Gretzky at the game, the 39-year-old Ovechkin scored number 895, becoming the new NHL record holder. Among those the new champion thanked are the fans, the people who supported him. That includes the Corno family. Their 5-year-old daughter, Cameron, has been fighting brain cancer since she was a year and a half old. And something the NHL, the Washington Capitals, and Ovechkin each do every time he scores a goal is make a donation for pediatric cancer research with the goal of helping kids like Cameron.
It's been 9 brain surgeries, radiation 5 times, countless chemo. This is going to be our life for as long as she's with us, and we hope it's a long time. There's no playbook, there's no data.
We're both scared.
I want to make some muffins.
We fight for every day of normalcy.
Oh, it smells so good.
When they're smiling, they bring their energy to us, and we try to give them back.
Yummy.
As athletes, we're lucky to be recognized.
Okay.
We're lucky to play hockey, and we have that opportunity to help kids.
Ovechkin is making the most of it, teaming up with Hockey Fights Cancer and the V Foundation, helping families like the Cornos with each goal.
Let's score a goal, and whatever number it is, we just donate the money.
A lot of goals, and all of that goes to pediatric cancer research.
We are extraordinarily grateful and excited to putting noise around it and obviously putting finances around it. There can be a playbook at some point. we're going to be in this fight for our whole life.
So ready.
Keep fighting, and we're going to do our best.
Doing great. We just need to continue to prioritize this funding and continue to let the progress happen so that kids like Cameron have a fighting chance.
On this date in world history. Italy's Mount Vesuvius is infamous for what it did to Pompeii in the year 79 AD, but it was also erupting on this date in 1906, spewing fountains of lava and clouds of ash into the air and claiming dozens, possibly hundreds of lives. Several towns surrounding the volcano, which included Naples, saw damage and destruction. This was the date in 1907 when long-distance television broadcasting was publicly demonstrated for the first time. Bell Telephone Laboratories used lines stretching from Washington, D.C. to New York City to show Herbert Hoover, who was then the U.S. Commerce Secretary, discussing the new communication technology. And it was on April 7th, 1948, that the World Health Organization came into force as part of the United Nations. Its objective was, quote, the attainment by all peoples of the highest possible level of health. The WHO has been involved in confronting numerous diseases, but has also been criticized for some of its actions, including its response to COVID-19.
If you have a fitness goal to reach before summer, start now.
It's very reasonable to see weight loss in the first few weeks. However, in order to really put on muscle mass and develop muscle tone, that often develops over more of a longer time period, roughly 8 to 12 weeks.
Dr. Matthew Anastasi with Mayo Clinic says health should be a long-term goal, but if you've suddenly found motivation, set yourself up for success by eating a well-balanced diet, a combination of fruits and veggies and lean proteins, while avoiding processed foods and added sugars. Next, be physically active. 150 minutes of moderate exercise per week is recommended. And switch it up. Do cardio some days and strength and resistance training other days.
I think the biggest key is to not try to go from 0 to 60 right away. We often see a lot of soft tissue injuries at the beginning part of the year because people start the year off with a New Year's resolution and they go from not being active at all and being rather sedentary to trying to run 5 miles per day.
To stay motivated, Anastasi says to build exercise into your schedule. He says getting good quality sleep is also key, allowing your body to recharge. And remember to stay hydrated.
We're going coast to coast, west to east on a cross-country tour of schools, starting with the students of Mr. Garner's class. From San Francisco in the Golden State of California, we welcome our viewers at Stewart Hall for Boys. Next is the Young Women's STEAM Academy at Balch Springs Middle School. Hello to Mr. Four's class, where the Lady Jags are watching from Dallas, Texas. Finally, beware of the Horde. That's the mascot of Granville Junior Senior High School in Granville, New York, where Mrs. Kolodziejski's class is online in the Empire State.
Large-scale disaster scenarios involving rubble rescues can be incredibly complicated and fraught with danger. But one unique rescue robot inspired by growing vines has researchers hoping they can reshape how rescuers reach into the breach. This is Sprout, a creative collab between think tanks at MIT and the University of Notre Dame that can expand, grow, and turn through cracks and around corners just like a vine. Sprout's flexible tubing is equipped with a camera and powered by a motor and is designed to snake through collapsed structures to reach a trapped target directly or assess ideal entry points for rescuers to go below. The bendable bot, which is being tested with real first responders, currently has a reach of up to 10 feet, but engineers are hoping to grow that figure up to 25.
It's not unusual to hype up a sports crowd by having someone parachute into a stadium, but that didn't exactly go as planned at a recent rugby game in France. One of the skydivers got caught on the edge of the roof, dangling from his parachute, so firefighters had to clear out some fans beneath him, get some improvised safety gear in place, and then use a ladder to reach the stranded stuntman. Everyone was okay, though the game ball wasn't delivered as planned. The trapped skydiver was reportedly carrying it, so getting his wires crossed was kind of a downer that brought some gravity and struck a serious ripcord in landing pre-game festivities, though the rescue was smooth as silk and only the stunt fell flat. I'm Carl Azus for the World from A to Z. It makes our day to be part of yours.